What's going on, everybody? Chris C, the Slasher Dude, back with another video. If you love slashers, if you love giallo, if you love freaky, if you love geeky, I am the Slasher Dude. Thank you all very much for watching, for liking, aka slashing the like. Thank you all for sleeping bag, killing against that tree, the subscribed. I am Chris C, the Slasher Dude. You can find me here on YouTube, you can find me on Instagram, you can find me on Letterboxd, and you can find me on X. All right. Happy Slasher Saturday, everybody. Today we're going to be talking about Final Exam. All right, so this one's an interesting one for me. I know Dead Pit at deadpit.com. Shit all over this slasher, done in 1981, directed by Jimmy Houston, also writer. He did the screenplay for Running Scared with Richard Pryor in it, I believe. No, not Richard Pryor, it's somebody else, I believe. And a film from '76 called Dark Sunday. Involves a priest and revenge and all this other stuff too. I might have to check that one out. Put any comments in the info bar if you've seen any of those films from him. I've heard about Running Scared. Okay, special features on this disc. They just talk to the actors and stuff like that in here. No talk about the director or anything like that. And IMDb is very iffy about it. So you kind of get, not a lot. Stars Cecile Baghdadi, Joel S. Rice, and Deanna Robbins. So basically, college campus, there's a killer going around, killing off these co-eds, what have you. Cool kind of scene in the car. First off, one thing you don't do in slashers, these are my rules. Rule number one, you don't reveal the killer. They reveal the killer in here very early. They try to do the, it's almost like a dark comedy type of a thing, it felt like. A lot of cool tropey kills in here, though. I liked it for what it was. But they show who the killer is straight up. And they don't... Spoiler here, I'll spoil the fuck out of this film. You don't know who the killer is. They never explain who it is. It's a cool ending, though. There's a cool final girl in here. And basically going around killing these co-eds at this college campus. There's a fake, like, shootout scene where these pledge dudes do this and stuff like that. Kind of shades a little bit of Sleepaway Camp a bit. It's that very 80s, and this was done in 81, so early 80s tropiness, which I like it. I can respect it. I gave this, I think 2.5 out of 5 stars. I like it for what it is. The Slasher Dude loves his slashers, and this is done in 81, but it's just different. There's a body count, but there's not a lot of blood or anything like that, too. Very pretty, sexy ladies in here. Of course there is. A dumb jock in here called, I forget his name, blonde dude and stuff like that too. Just a fucking dumbass. But it looked to be a fun film for everybody to do. And I was satisfied with the ending and stuff like that too. So it's I think they called him Meathead or something like that. It's this dude around here or something like that. But like I say, okay, special features came out in 1981. And this was a brought out film because it's Scream Factory and then Code Red. So if you've gotten anything from Code Red, which I have, you get kind of films like this. Is it the greatest slasher in the world? No, of course not. Is it my top 10 slasher of all time? No, it's not. It's probably in top 30, possibly. I've seen a lot. Slasher Dude's seen a lot of his slashers. Is it a fun one? Yes. You can it's a popcorn slasher movie for the decade. This is in 81, which is surprising. This is when the boom kind of started, so a lot of shit came out in 1981. This was one of them, Final Exam. I'm glad I have this release from Scream Factory. And like I say, 4.5 out of 10 for me. The budget was $374,000, by the way. Like I say, not a lot of info on this. I'm trying the best I can with this, but it is an interesting slasher, and it's definitely it's rewatchable to me. It is. I think it has the tropes of 80s slashers, which I believe is the greatest decade of all time for horror and slashers in general. Is definitely the 80s. From 80 to 84, you just get the most brutal, coolest shit in the world, in my opinion. And but yeah, that's Final Exam. I am Chris C, the Slasher Dude. If you can, slash to like, sleeping bag to subscribe. You all have a great Slasher Saturday. You put the black gloves on. You get the knife. Start slashing, everybody. You all have a great, great day. Wear a fucking mask, too.